30,000 travellers here in Ireland, but a lack of documented historical evidence means the origin of their community is a matter of some debate.
That the traveller population in Ireland was nomadic, or not. Some people argued not Irish, and other people argued connected to Romas, and others said they were Irish and dislocated by the famine and various other types of history like this. But always behind it, as we would have pointed out, that there's been an assumption that the settled population was the normal population in the country, or the predominant normal way of life for many centuries, and that travellers were the aberration, if you know.
People that did the asses, that was known as ass sailors. You had people that was horse sailors, that were known as horse sailors, that dealt in different things, right? You had a scrap dealer. They were never called this. They were just called the one thing, tinker. They never got recognition for what it was they were doing.
It's Kinsale in Montserrat, a West Indian island, the Emerald Isle of the Caribbean, and home of a unique race of people, the Black Irish.
That their clans played throughout our history, their music, their culture is hidden from us. It's hidden from traveller children, but it's also crucially the wealth of that and the richness of that is hidden from non-traveller children.
Well, the Irish people came to Montserrat on account of Cromwell.
English Pale comprised the so-called 4 obedient shires of Dublin, Louth, Meath and Kildare, which formed the arable coastal plain of Eastern Ireland. It was bounded to the north and south by pastoral upland districts which had largely remained in Gaelic occupation, so creating a frontier between English and Gaelic Ireland.
The treatment of the traveller community by this state has not been had, and it needs to be had. In other words, Minister, we need to fess up to what is deeply inherent in the Irish state.
Where was exile. We heard they had some fighting there, and the Irish people came and it was inside. So they was sent out of the island.
Inbuilt to look at the travellers as a problem, and they said the Commission was to inquire into the problem arising from the presence in the country of itinerants in considerable numbers, to examine the economic, educational, health and social problems inherent in their way of life.
Scientists at the Royal College of Surgeons in Ireland has finally provided some clarity, though, by comparing DNA donated by Irish travellers with the genetic blueprints of European Roma and settled people here and in Europe. They made interesting discoveries.
We have Allens, Daly, Sweeney's, Ryan.
They're all related to you, are they?
They are all one relation.
As a subset of Irish genetic diversity, so they're very definitely Irish, and they show no recent shared ancestry with the Gypsies, so that kind of debunks that myth.
They were seen as not entitled to the same recognition, the same investment, the same resources, the same rights. A huge demarcation between them and us.
Which debunks the whole myth that travellers came from the famine, and this is the false information that my community have been fed for generations.
The history of the traveller community by the insertion of including a knowledge and understanding of the culture and history of the traveller community.
But while this study does provide useful information, further research is still needed, so travellers can learn even more about the road that leads back to where it all began. Will Goodbody, RTE News.
But what they don't understand, the whole lot of them, from what I can say with them, is that we're Irish nationals, not Irish citizens. And to be an Irish national, you have to be Irish. Your parents, grandparents, and all of those would have to be Irish.